All rise. The Chancery Court, Dickson County, now session. Help Judge Dave Wolf presiding. All you have.
All right, good morning. Happy April Fool's Day. Hopefully all of the rulings I make won't be taken as an April Fool's joke, but in any event, we are ready to call the docket, so call the first case, please.
326 CV 84 in the matter of land.
All right, all those who are going to testify in this case, raise your right hand and be placed under oath. All right, this is an adoption of an adult, and this is, as my understanding, you would file this on your own so that it is not, you're not represented by an attorney. So I will ask you a few questions. This is an adoption of Caleb Allen Lee Flatt. Is that you, Caleb? Is that who you go by, Caleb? All right. And the petitioners are Joshua Jean Curtis and Jennifer Marie Curtis. So, Ms. Curtis, are you the biological mother of Caleb? Okay. And you're consenting to this adoption, but actually it's not, your consent's not required because Mr. Joshua Jean Curtis is the one who's actually doing the adopting here. So both of them, I want to start with you, Mr. Curtis, and make sure you understand this. You are asking me to allow you to adopt an adult individual who is your stepson, if I understand correctly. His biological father, according to the pleadings, is deceased. So you're actually asking more or less to step into the shoes of the biological father and be the legal father in every sense of the word. You understand that? And you understand that means, although he is clearly an adult and not somebody that I have to worry about all the child support issues that might otherwise attend, do you understand that he will be entitled to all of the rights of a biological child of yours? Do you have other children? All right, so he's going to be your child the same as they are. He'll inherit from you and you inherit from him and so forth. When you get to be an old man and you're living in a nursing home, he's got to come bring you food and, you know, whatever you want to take care of you in that way. You understand that? Roll you around in your wheelchair if necessary. But you understand that, Caleb? You understand what you're asking. Of course, you already have your relationship with your mother, but now you're asking for me to make Joshua your legal father. And of course, the same would be true if something were to, God forbid, happen to you. He's responsible to help take care of you and so forth. The same as we all know that have children, it doesn't stop when you turn 18. You know, you worry about your children, you try to help them and take care of them as best you can and let them stand on their own 2 feet. But this is going to be the relationship the two of you have. Do you understand that? You want this man to be your father in every legal sense? All right. Well, I would say what my father used to say about my father was not a big, tall man, and my brother and I, when we hit teenage years, we were both taller than he was, and we'd go to town over in Erin where I grew up, and his friends would say, "D, them boys are big enough to whip you." And I look at Caleb and I see that. Well, my dad's response was always, "They might be big enough, but they ain't near mean enough." So you can take it from that. I think that Caleb and Joshua, I'm happy that you have the kind of relationship that you do and everything is in order. I will grant your adoption. You're going to have to draw an order, since you're representing yourself, that basically says that it was heard today and before me. And have you already done that?
Yes, sir.
All right. You're a step ahead. And we're changing your name to Caleb Allen Lee Flatt Curtis, correct? All right. All of you have signed off on this, so I find it to be appropriate. And as I said, today being April Fool's Day, we'll hope that this one still sticks. Congratulations. You have a boy. Thank you. You can get a copy of that later in the morning from the clerk's office once they've transmitted it over, okay? Thank you.
2024
Well, you're not here, so just,
It's probably not on the docket. It was Stephanie Lowe voted. I had talked to Mr. Oak. I had talked to him. Okay. That's what I thought.
we'll just pass that motion to transfer funds to the end of the docket. We'll see if they show up.
2024 PR
Pardon?
25.
I don't care if you do or not. It's their motion. If they care enough about it to be here, then we'll hear it. If they don't, then it will either be reset or dismissed.
The estate of
Sale of some real estate that was owned by Miss Kendall at her death. We had retained Mr. Neil Trice, Charles Woodard and Associates to auction
Anyone
this
here in
property.
opposition to the approval of the sale of this property? No one here, then the $20,000 was the best price you were able to afford, and I will approve your sale.
Brought Mr. Trice in case you needed some evidence on it.
Does he
but
want to come up and testify just so he could count his time in court?
I don't know that he does, but the property was not in the greatest condition, so about the best way they could get.
Well, he's here, but there's no opposition, so we'll just assume that it is the best price.
25 Corey Fred versus
Put it on second call, thank you.
CB 394 Catherine Wheatley.
That's for final hearing, correct? Ray versus Wheatley.
Holly, did I know that?
Well, if they resolve their case by an agreement, then I will take it up at any break that we have in the case. Otherwise, you will be waiting until we finish this. We have another day of Chancery tomorrow, but I think it's a full day also.
Well, you have, Mr. Holly, not only do you have your docket that's here.
Why did I do that?
Well, I think that you were so in a daze after we tried it all day, that you probably zoned out. I have to file for the Hinton case tomorrow.
I probably need to look at it to make sure.
This is the one where he went to the police academy.
Oh, yeah.
That's, oh, yes. Oh, yes. Just wait on bated breath till tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm not feeling real well. I may
Oh,
be
please,
sick
you have-
tomorrow. so-
You can't deny me this one, Judge. This is,
He doesn't look well.
All right. So were we ready on Ray versus Wheatley then? Right? All right. This is for final hearing, correct? originated on a petition to establish paternity and for custody or alternative liberal visitation. And Ms. Roberts, actually, I think it was Ms. Duke that filed the original petition, so you would be considered to be the moving party.
We had a previous year in
All right. Okay. Either side wish to make an opening statement, I'm glad to hear it.
My client does not wish for it to be televised due to the child's going to be entering school next year.
In what,
The child will be entering school next year. He doesn't want
all right,
to.
based on the objection of Mr. Ray, then we will terminate the live stream. So.